Alright, so the next move is to heat the metal. Metal's heating up in a homemade crucible inside of this electric kiln. The reason I use this kiln is it will slowly heat everything uniformly. It's not enough, it's enough to do aluminum quite easily, but brass just takes forever. So what I do is I try to soak this and bring it up to temperature slow and uniformly using the electric. Whenever I'm done, I'll move it over to this piece of refractory, and I'll use a cutting torch. That cutting torch will give it just a little extra that it needs to get everything nice and molten. And then whenever I'm done, we'll basically pull it off of here, heat it, pour it, and it'll be done. So I won't do this too often, but here's a peek inside the kiln. You can see how hot it is. I just replaced the heating element. Got about maybe 8 years out of this, and then it finally crapped out. So put a new heating element in. This is actually the first heat. So that's out of the oven enough, out of the furnace. We'll go ahead and get the torch started. Of course, that's never good. Now we're starting to get up the temperature. You see a lot of gases coming up. A lot of people will flux their metal, their brass, using a borax. For these onesie-twosie little pieces, I'm not going to be that concerned with it. We're going to get another glove on. Let's pick it up and swirl it. Make sure everything's melted. I'm not going to do this too much. There's our hole. The hole is here. And that's it. Hard to show you what to do, what's going on here when there's so much heat. But that's what it looks like. All right. The other thing I want to do is get that crucible back in the furnace as quickly as possible. That crucible has cracked a couple times. Probably not the best one to use, but as long as I will uniformly cool it down, then you can see the fire that's left over. So that metal is hot. So brass is, what, 1800 Fahrenheit. Little piece of brass sticking on top. I'm going to go ahead and cover that with sand so that doesn't smoke too much. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. I typically can't wait that long. I want to see what this thing looks like. So I'll start picking at it, seeing what it does look like. Some people say you have to throw this sand out anything that's in contact. This sand was very difficult to get. So I'll go ahead and I'll recycle the sand. I'll add some oil to it and mix it up. Maybe not in that much of a hurry. We'll just go ahead and we'll start picking some of the sand away. Once it gets close, we'll turn the camera back on. Alright, so I got the majority of the sand off the top of it. I'm pretty happy with that. I get the actual piece out, the wooden piece. There's a little bit of extra metal on top of it, but for the most part, it's pretty good. I'll cut this sprue off. I'll start filing all this. I need to make another piece, but at least I have one piece done. So whenever you're able to do this type of metal work, especially in making knives, you know, as long as you can melt this, you know, your possibilities are endless, whatever you want to design. So here's the finished product. One little inclusion here, very small, that'll grind out. But for the most part it's straight, it's got the right taper to it. The back is nice and flat. What I'll do next, I'll come in with a hacksaw. I'll cut that part off. When I get the second one done tomorrow, I'll lay them both together. I'll start filing them both together, and then I'll drill the holes. And then I'll go ahead and finish the blade, and I'll pin this on the blade. So very roughly, this is the piece with the sprue cut off of it. That'll sit about there. 2 holes drilled, it'll be pinned. A silver saw to this. Down at the bottom, I'm not exactly sure. This will all be probably taken down a little bit more. Definitely back in here. Handle will sit back in here, and that's a pretty good fit from that side of it. So all in all, it's a success. Thanks for watching.